All right, we'll continue with Coach Paul Benefield and the Fyffe Red Devils coach. I don't know if you want to introduce them or you introduce them, but if you'll introduce the guys with you today, their position and maybe their year, and then some opening comments from you today.
Well, I don't bring anything but seniors, and I'm thinking about some way filing for some kind of medical red shirt for these two. Simon Hicks and Tucker Wilkes. These guys have really been a backbone of our program for 4 years. So a lot I could say about them, but I don't have that much time. Opening comment, okay. It's sometimes amazing to me that our kids come back each year, and I don't have to say too many bad things about getting back focused and getting going in the right direction, because they do that on their own. And that's a real tribute to them. And these guys have been great leaders. We just didn't have many seniors last year, but this year's class has been really the foundation of our last 2 or 3 years program. But we're just working like we always do and trying to be the best we can, and trying to keep everybody, away from injuries. That's what a lot of seasons are determined on, is who gets hurt and who don't. And I don't know.
Coach, you talked about the last couple of years. You were young, kind of building up to this senior class. And I know you talked to me about how special this group is. Could you just share? I mean, I don't know exactly how many seniors there are, but just share about this group that's, as you said, been the backbone for the last couple of years.
I think there was 12 this morning, but I'm not sure all of them will be back. But so, as we know right now, 12. Logan would have been here. Logan committed to Clemson this morning just an hour ago, so we're real proud of him and all that he's accomplished, and nothing seems to go to his head, to me, these boys might hear different stories, but I don't see any kind of lack. He's worked extremely hard, just like these two have, and like all of our kids do, most of our kids do. And so I believe there's 12 seniors. They're just been a really good group to coach, and sorry to see them go. Well, I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'm not going to see them go right now. I still got, how many? 5 months to go? Hopefully. Well, see about that. Maybe.
Well, Coach, I want to ask you about this, and we've talked about it before. Expectations are always high at Fyffe. The big thing is, and Coach Davis talked about it, you can climb that mountain, but the hardest thing to do is maintain. And this program has been able to maintain. And a lot of that is you don't let these guys get complacent. You challenge them every day. What are some of the ways you do that to keep them from being what we call overconfident?
Well, that might be my strong point. It's not smarts, I can tell you, and it's not X's and O's, but I have my way of getting people back focused, and if they need that, these guys have learned as they grow up in our program that it's not going to be that way, especially with two like this hanging around and some more of our seniors that don't let people get that way. We try to be happy when it's time to be happy, and go to work when it's time to go to work. We'll celebrate if we win. If we lose, we're going back to work the same way, just like we did last year when we got beat. We went back to work, and evidently they didn't like the taste of that. So, sometimes you get beat. Other guys, certain nights are better than you are. That answer your question? I don't know. I don't know what I keep really. I guess not being very nice sometimes is the way I do that. I just can't explain it really. Don't know that other person. There's another person lives inside of me there that I have dual personalities. So when I see people loafing, I'm not going to look away. I wish I could sometimes. I just can't. Sorry. Not really sorry. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so Simon and Tucker, this question is going to be for you. I played for the same high school coach that Coach Benefield did, so I know how he keeps y'all in line. Trust me. But now, how do you do it yourself? How do you personally hold yourself accountable? You've been ultra successful. How do you build on that, and how do you keep yourselves motivated personally?
You know, you just always push yourself to the most, and he makes sure of that. He makes sure you're never loafing and not giving it 100%, and all your boys around you are helping you stay motivated.
Yeah, like Simon said, Coach does a really good job of not letting us get complacent no matter what we've done. And I don't know, he just really pushes us when we're out there running or lifting, everything.
I'll also stick with Simon and Tucker. I'll share something with you quickly that Coach and I had a conversation very early last season, and he pointed to a picture and he says, I'm going to point out some of the ball players to you, the boys that I know who will step up for me, and you two were two of the first ones that he pointed to. And then today coming in, he said it would take too long to express what you guys meant to him and what you mean to the team and Fyffe as a whole. Could you talk about what being part of Fyffe means to you? And, you know, we all know about the success, but it's the behind-the-scenes stuff that we don't always see. What does that mean to you, not only to be leaders of the team and to win awards like Lineman of the Year and such, but what does that mean to you to be a leader of the Fyffe Red Devils?
You know, it can be tough sometimes coming in every day and doing the same thing and getting better, trying the most you can. But Coach Benefield really helps us. And
Yeah, I don't know. It really all goes back to Coach. He pushes us every day, and he, I don't know. You don't want to let him down or the community down. So you just try to give it everything you got.
Coach, going back to Logan for a second, you mentioned he committed to Clemson this morning. I'm just wondering how proud you are of him and everything he's done to get to this point.
Very proud. It's been a hectic spring. You know, I'm not used to anybody noticing our kids much for some reason. But actually right now we've got 3 kids playing 4. You know, we've got hopefully one going to Clemson, one at one at UNA and one at Troy and one at West Alabama. So real proud of all those kids, especially proud of Logan, how he's handled all the attention. And it came suddenly and explosively. And he's an explosive, sudden athlete, too.
Coach, changing gears a little bit, can we talk about the new Patrick Swayze-esque Roadhouse look from Simon Hicks's hair and your comments on it?
Well, I mean, what can you say? It's the hair, Cotton. What can you say? I don't really talk about hair much, but something happened long ago, and I don't know what to mind. But I did used to have some hair.
Guys,
They'd be
question.
proud of it. They better hang on to it and start cutting it and keeping it.
Guys, question for you guys. I've been there on numerous occasions, probably when you guys were like in the 6th or 7th grade. In Coach Benefield, it starts in the weight room. I've seen it. Can y'all talk about that experience from the 7th grade till now you're seniors, that you go out there every day with him? Because I believe that's where you win a lot of football games.
yes, sir. And seeing the people in front of you, seeing all the seniors in front of us play, like Eli Benefield and a lot of others, they've really set an example for us to step in their shoes and play what they played.
Yeah, it all starts in the weight room. It's what Coach tells us every January. We come back from Christmas break. It starts right there, and it continues throughout the season. It's where we get better.
Well, Coach Benefield, I want to ask you this. You know, of course, the expectations are always to win a state championship. But what are the strengths of this football team? What are we going to see out of this team this year?
I feel like that every year that a kid competes, he ought to be better than he was the year before. And I I think that all of our guys are bigger, faster, and stronger, which is a good thing. This cat right here is, I don't know, I've been able to check, some of you people can check, but if he stays healthy, and I don't see him ever letting up and not playing like he's been playing, if he makes All-State again, that's 4 years in a row. I don't know of many players. Well, Simon's always the guy that gets caught in the middle between him and Logan. And Simon actually outlifted one of them in a lift this year, and we were all thrilled to death for that. But he is kind of in the shadows, but until he hits you on the hip bone, he's not in the shadows anymore. So I want him to play with that kind of, like I've been overlooked middle child type syndrome. But, you know, if you work hard every year, you get better. And if every kid on your team gets better, that's all you can do anyway. So I don't know if I answered the question or not.
Coach, stepping up to Class 3A, Region 8 this year, talk about your schedule. I know it was tough to schedule 10 games, but talk about your schedule this year and what you expect from maybe the region there.
Well, the same teams we've been playing, basically. There's a couple of different ones, but Collinsville moved up, and Geraldine, Sylvania, we play anyway. So, you know, there's not a lot of Pisgah. We play in Pisgah, and we've been playing them, good team. And start out with Pisgah and Collinsville, which is two of the better teams around, I think. So we got to be ready to go from the first kickoff. So I don't know anything about some of the others. You know, some of those programs are still struggling that's in our region. So, but anyway, it's 9 games right now, still trying to find a game and not having much luck. Kind of like me trying to get a date for the prom. It was never, always I gave up too quick, so I'm going to go ahead and keep calling. Some of you guys are laughing because y'all was in the same boat.
Hey, guys, I'll ask you this. It's already been talked about. Second-est winningest coach in the state of Alabama. What is it, 351, something like that, victories in a 30-something year career. Talk about playing for Coach Benefield. What makes it special to play for him?
You know, it's a blessing to play for Coach Benefield. He always makes sure to push us to our most, and just how many teams he's coached over the past years, it's really a blessing.
Yeah, he pushes us every day, and you don't ever doubt anything he says since he's been doing it for so long, and he's had some pretty good success with it. So,
To me, it's amazing what you guys have done. Your seniors, back-to-back state championships, going for the third. Talk about putting on that uniform every Friday night at 5, putting on that red or that white jersey, that black jersey, whatever you're in. What makes it special to put that jersey on and run out under those lights?
It's a lot. You gotta really step up and know that every game you gotta go out there and play like you're a Fyffe Red Devil, and there's not much you can do to be against it.
as soon as we run out of that tunnel on Friday nights and you look up and you see the crowd, it just sets a fire under you, and you're going to play the best that you can.
All right, guys. Good luck to the Red Devils. Thanks, Coach Benefield, for being here.
Yes, sir.
And your lunch is served.